Join me as I take on the challenge of sharing how marine training completely transformed my life. Marine training is one of the most intense and challenging forms of personal development. It's not just about pushing your body to its limits but also about building mental toughness and discipline. As I look back on my journey, I realize it was exactly what I needed to turn my life around. Before first started marine training, I was stuck in a rut. I felt lost and unsure of what I wanted to do with my life. I lacked direction and purpose, and it was affecting every aspect of my life. I was constantly worried about my future, and I felt like I was just drifting through life without any sense of control. I knew I needed to make a change, but I didn't know where to start. I struggled with low self-confidence and self-doubt. I constantly felt like I wasn't good enough, like I was just pretending to be something I was not. I was afraid to take risks and step out of my comfort zone because I was scared of failure. I felt like I was stuck in a cycle of negativity, and I didn't know how to break free. I was desperate for a change, but I didn't know where to turn. I was also struggling with physical health issues. I was overweight, out of shape, and lazy. I didn't take care of myself, and it was taking a toll on my mental health as well. I was constantly tired, irritable, and lacked energy. I knew I needed to make a change, but I didn't know how. I felt like I was living a life that wasn't true to who I was. I was trying to fit into a mold that society had created, instead of forging my path. I was unhappy, unfulfilled, and unsure of what the future held. When first started marine training, I was thrown into a world of uncertainty and chaos. I was pushed to my limits physically and mentally, and I was forced to confront my deepest fears and insecurities. It was tough, brutal, and unforgiving, but it was exactly what I needed. The training was intense, to say the least. I was woken up at 5 a.m. every morning, and we would start with a 5-mile run, followed by hours of physical training, obstacle courses, and team building exercises. It was exhausting, both physically and mentally. I was constantly tested, pushed to my limits, and forced to dig deep to find the strength to keep going. But it wasn't just the physical challenges that were tough. The mental games were just as intense. I was constantly being assessed, evaluated, and critiqued. I was forced to confront my weaknesses, admit my failures, and work on building my strengths. It was a roller coaster of emotions, but it was exactly what I needed to break free from my old self. There were moments when I wanted to give up, when I felt like I just couldn't do it anymore. But something inside of me kept pushing me forward. I started to realize that I was capable of so much more than I thought. I started to believe in myself, to trust myself, and to have faith in my abilities. One pivotal moment stands out in my mind. It was during a particularly tough obstacle course, and I was struggling to get over a 10-foot wall. I was exhausted, sweaty, and frustrated, and I just wanted to give up. But then I heard the voice of my instructor, screaming at me to keep going, to dig deep and find the strength. And in that moment, something shifted inside of me. I found a newfound determination, a newfound courage, and a newfound sense of purpose. I climbed over that wall, and I never looked back. That moment changed everything for me. I realized that I was capable of overcoming any obstacle, no matter how tough. I realized that I was strong, resilient, and determined. I realized that I was worthy of living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Looking back on my Marine training experience, I realized that it was exactly what I needed to turn my life around. It taught me discipline, mental toughness, and resilience. It taught me to believe in myself, to trust myself, and to have faith in my abilities. It taught me to take risks, to step out of my comfort zone, and to push myself to new heights. I'm grateful for that experience because it's changed my life in ways I never thought possible. I'm more confident, more focused, and more determined than ever before. I know that no matter what challenges come my way, I'll be able to overcome them. So, if you have a story of how a challenging experience changed your life, I want to hear it. Share it with me in the comments below. If you want to learn more about personal growth and development, please like, subscribe, and click on the bell for more health tips and updates.